Hello, good morning, and welcome to episode 38 of Nebula Quest. I am Noden, your host, as always. So, we are starting as we left off, looking at these three sisters, and how pretty they are. One, two, and then one over there's three. So we've explored this one over here. It had like a little planet or something going around it, I think. We're just gonna quickly take a peek-see at these last remaining staroids, spheric objects of plasma, and then we will continue on our way towards the Horsehead Nebula. So in the last episode, we've discovered this already. Okay, good. Let's turn this way. We were talking about. One second. Before we do that, let's just take a second and just listen to the beautiful sound effects of this engine in this game. I love that so much. Like sometimes before I start recording, I'll just be like, I don't know why, it is so satisfying, the sound that they made for
Frameshift drive charging.
This engine sounds. It's just
1. Engage.
oh goodness, it makes my little heart skip a beat or something. I don't know. So in the last episode, Wheeze was a talkins. Oops, I lost my. There it is. About my newfound love, we'll say, of certain anime, and how I've been watching a lot of it, and specifically I've been watching a lot of Hunter x Hunter. But one of the things that it got me kind of thinking about, which in a strange way, is that so much anime seems to be, I should say, riddled with like marketing opportunities. Speaking of marketing opportunities, speaking of riddled with things, I'm riddled with not having started the timer. So, like for instance, so you've got like let's go back in my. So you've got like Knights of Sidonia. So you have in Knights of Sidonia, you have a advanced race. It's actually really a lot like Battlestar Galactica. I'm not gonna lie. But instead of having like the Viper spacecraft in Battlestar, they have these guards, which are like these big mecha suit things that you go inside and they fly through space, and they got laser cannons and guns, and they got like a sword thing, or not a sword, but like a spear, and it was very cool. 100% marketable toy. I mean, that's just hey, let's make a show around this toy, and honestly, and I'm not gonna say that's what they did, because I honestly don't know, but it feels so much like they could have easily done that. Like, okay, let's design this toy, and then once we have that, we'll build a show around it. So you've got, you've already got like an older version and a newer version. So then you've got like, I don't know, it's very, it seems like there's lots of little marketing opportunities for it. And then, and the same goes with Hunter x Hunter. Now, actually, it's not quite the same. It's quite a bit different. But like, you've got things like the Hunter cards, which are just like, your hunter's license. So it's like a license that, or it's a card that says that yes, you are a registered hunter, which is like, hunters aren't like necessarily like hunters as we kind of think of them in our time. They're not like going around shooting deer or whatever, koalas. They're adventurers. They're explorers. They go out and they seek out the things that nobody has seeked out before. Whether it be, a strange new breed of koala, or, just like the best chicken soup guy that you've ever had in your entire life. Like, I don't know. Like, it's every. Wow, really just blew the mic out there. Everything you could possibly imagine. There's like a hunter. There's like, there's a hunter who goes out there around the entire, world just looking for like the best like rock music and that sort of thing. So But at the same time, you're also highly skilled fighters and whatnots. So that's, something else to think about all the time. This is so far away. I was fairly certain this was my other star. Okay, let's slow it down. Let's turn back this way. Okay, so we got those two, which are the closey ones. Now also this is 430,000 light seconds away from that parent star. Maybe it was that one. And I probably completely lost. No, I didn't. Okay. Maybe it's just really far from. They're far from each other, but they're far from the other thing. Like, this is just a really big system. It is a huge system. Like, seriously, 450. What was it? 400 and. Oh, phone's ringing. They want to see if I want to come into work today. That would be a no. I always want to know if I want to go to work. And I never do. And they never learn. But yeah, so you've got like the hunter card, that sort of a thing where, you've got that's kind of marketable. More recently not recently in the series, well, I suppose it's recently in the series, but recently in the episodes that I watched, you had like Killua, who is like the head secondary character, if you will. His main character's best friend. He starts using like a fancy yo-yo thing, so you suddenly got yo-yos you could bring in. That's sort of a little sidetrack, but like, and then you've got like, the obvious things, like you can bring in like little dolls and like figurines and things like that. Like, and it just really amazes me how much marketing goes into like a lot of the anime stuff. Like, if I go and do like a Google search for Hunter x Hunter, like toys is one of the biggest things that will pop up. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know a lot of these things kind of have like card games that kind of go along with them. Like, you think of Pokemon or anything like that, where they've got like a TV show, but it's really kind of a card game. I think it's mostly a card game, isn't it? I have no idea. Or is it mostly like a Game Boy game? I don't know. See, I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Yeah, rife with marketing opportunities. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, I'm a sucker. I haven't bought anything yet, but I've definitely been looking. I've definitely looked at, like, actually, like, when I was a kid, like, a much younger child, I used to build model airplanes, like little plastic airplanes, and you glue them together and you paint them up, and then you get them all done, you follow the instructions, and they look like shit. I was never perfect at it. I mean, I could get them together usually pretty good. The painting was a whole other issue. I eventually got better at it, but I would never say that I was like great at it. But I've been really considering like doing one of these guards from Knights of Sidonia, because I love that show so much. Plus, it would look really cool on my desk or like on my knick-knack shelf, which is over there if you're wondering. And I was looking at Hunter x Hunter cards. I was looking at Hunter's license card. Definitely looking at that. Haven't found one that I really like yet, so that's another one. We'll have to come around to that one, but I can see it. Like, I see how easily and quickly you go, I want all of these things, and yeah, just rife with marketing opportunities, just like Nebula Quest, where you can get a new space coffee mug. No, you can't, but maybe one day. Actually, I've been really. I think I was talking about this recently. Wanting to design a space coffee logo, so that I could actually get a mug made, just one, just like for me, just a me mug. Okay, I want to just make sure that this is not the one we're going to. Okay, good. That's pretty sure, but unlock destination. Just because it was far away, and I didn't want to feel like I was wasting my time completely. make the star dance on the field of blackish stuff. We're starting to get closer now, I suppose. That was the only thing I actually had to talk about today. There's really not a lot going on. Just in general, it's been kind of a slow little time period. Actually, I'm kind of like It's been really busy, actually. I shouldn't say it's been slow. It's been really busy, but I don't know. So it's been a weird time, and then like filled with like many like dating opportunities, I suppose, would be kind of where it's at. But I'm like, I don't really know what to do with them at the moment. Like the dating opportunities, not the girls. I mean, I know. If you could see my face right now, you would see the face of a very, very disappointed individual. So, do you remember a number of episodes ago where the recording just sort of stopped, but I caught it? That happened again, except I didn't catch it. And basically 10 minutes have gone by that I wasn't recording. And I have no idea why it happened, so now I have to keep an eye on this fucking thing to find out why I did that. In the interim, whilst you were away, I discovered a number of things. I looked at a bunch of stuff. And I talked all about dating as an adult. And it was educational and entertaining. And you all would have liked it a lot. Sadly, that is not going to be the case now. Now you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be saddened by my admittance of guilt in... no, not guilt. Admittance of... ineptitude? There we go. Over the fact that this recording never worked out. Wow. Okay. Anytime you want to slow down, it's fine with me. I like to slow it down when you want to slow down. So we were talking about dating and specifically dating as an adult and how it is difficult, and I am lost at the moment at what to do in my current situation. It's sort of a spoiled for choice situation, which I realize is not the norm, and that I'm very lucky to be in this problematic situation, but at the same time it is a pain in the ass. So basically there's I don't know how much of this actually is in the previous episode or not. I think I was talking, I'm pretty sure I just checked it, and it had said that currently there was a lot of dating opportunities. Oh, second. Space coffee. And I didn't know what to do. I knew what to do with the girls, because with the women, I should yes, because I've dated before. I mean, I know how dating works. I mean, you say hi, and they say hi, and then you eat food, and they eat food, and you talk about their hair, and they talk about your hair, and then you drive them home, and you have a hug, and then you go home. That's pretty much how dating works. Yes, I know how that part goes, but I don't know what to do now that I've got, like, now that there's, like, a choice to be made. Because it's one of those, like, no choice that you make is ever going to be the right choice. And moreover than that, like, you don't know if any of the choices is the right choice. And you don't want to be, like, that guy who, like, I'm totally just gonna date 3 women until I get caught, or until one of them is obviously better than the other ones. Like, I'm not gonna, nobody likes that guy. I'm not gonna be that guy. But at the same time, like, I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do, man. I just don't know what to do. And then there's a big part of me that, because I've actually been considering moving, like, out of the city, to another city. So there's another part of me that's very conscious of that fact, and is very weary of getting into a relationship, even though I think I'm mentally and, like, ready to be in a, like, longer term committed relationship as opposed to the shorter term no commitment relationships I've been in of late. I'm ready to kind of move into one of those relationships if I find one, I should say. Must be awfully clear that you don't just be like, alright, I'm ready for a committed relationship. Here's my committed relationship. I realize that's not how that works, but I'm in a stage where if a more committed relationship came around, I would be actually interested or willing to pursue it, as opposed to in the past where I would, or the past while where I would steer myself away from it because I wasn't ready for that sort of a thing. This is all very like, I feel like I'm like nickel and diming this whole conversation because I'm like just tiptoeing around, like calling myself a slut and or something. I don't know, but it's weird. I don't know. I don't get it. But which I'm not. I should clarify, not a slut. But I don't know. I don't know where. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. And it's confusing me. It confuses me greatly. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. Actually, this is probably the most time I've thought thinking about it specifically, and which is probably part of your problem right there. But yeah. So there's these three absolutely lovely, like, charming, intelligent women, and who have recently shown an interest, or vocalized an interest, or otherwise indicated an interest in possibly pursuing a relationship-like relationship with your truly. And I don't know what to do with that. Yeah. No. Nearly. Yeah, I just don't know what to do with it. It's just too much. It's just too much. Yeah, it's strange. It's like a big blink. Like I try to think about it, and my whole brain just goes, nope, shuts down, just shuts right down. So then I end up sitting around watching anime instead. That's pretty much what has been happening. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what are you supposed to do in that situation? Like obviously you're supposed. I think, like, I don't. Somebody would probably say, well, you take the one that you have the most attraction to, and then you pursue that. But I don't know if there is one of them that I like am more attracted to than the others. Like, I don't know. I think that what that indicates is that I just need to spend more time getting to know them before anything happens, period. Which is probably the smart. And why are we not discovering this thing, but still... Okay, thank you. It must be very little. I think that's probably the logical and smart and responsible thing to do, is to just get to know these women a little bit better as friends, and then see where it progresses from there. But that's it. Like, it's like the adult dating thing. Like when you grow up watching Friends and you just see these adults just sort of like dating other adults, then nobody knows where they've met each other, but they just seem to like meet a random person and then suddenly like have a relationship with them. I don't know how anybody does that. Like, I've always had that like need to become, man, whoa, 1 second. Look at all these orbit lines and how cool this system is. It's pretty cool. It's pretty special. Okay, so where was that other star? Well, let's find that. No, no, no. Over here, maybe? I'm sure it'll just jump out at us. It didn't just jump out at me. Okay, let's head back towards the core. And then we can look again. Outwards. Yeah. Sip a space cafe while we ponder these things. So this is going to end up being a bit of a broken episode again, but well, both broken because it actually broke, and broke because the conversation is kind of weird. But I don't know. It just sort of like, I guess it's a snapshot. I mean, I do, and I think I've said in the past, like I really do use this. Use Nebula Quest as sort of a vlog. It's a you know, it's my blog. It's where I can sit here and I can just talk about all the things that I'm thinking about and interested in, and I really love that I can use that I can use this for this, and I can just kind of use it as a soundboard where I can help myself make up my own, like, it helps me make up my own mind about things, or helps steer my thinkings about things, because, I mean, a lot of the times, it's the first time that I've talked about... Oh, is that it right there? It's awfully fucking bright. I don't think that's it. I mean, that may be a star, but that's not the one I'm looking for. What I'm looking for had obvious planets around it. A lot of the times it's the first time I'm really kind of putting words to my thoughts, and shit, I knew I should have just flown straight to that damn thing. Jesus, this thing accelerates so fast, it just does not slow down. Yeah, anyway, so I was going to say, it's like the first time I've put a lot of words to a lot of these thoughts. So it's sort of the first time I've ever really kind of worked through some of the issues that I'm having. Not issues, but like things that I'm thinking about. That definitely looks like it could be a star. Let's check through the side of this. The reason I got close to this star before doing it is that it makes it clears away a lot of the background light from like more distant stars or galaxies, and really just brings out the points that are the brightest in this system. It doesn't let you see everything, but it gives you a good eyeball for a lot of these things. I thought it was like mostly on the orbit line of these things. So let's just go around. Okay, so there's that big twink. I'm thinking it's out over here somewhere. There it is. We got it. Alright, well, that, What are we doing? This is 25-ish. Alright, so I'm going to cut here, and when we get to this star, I will bring us back because we are running short on the old timeout. Alright, yes, and so just 1 second. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are getting close. We've got the parent star and 1, 2, 3, 4 other little baby astronomical objects to investigate, but we will be doing that next time. So this is actually the second time I've closed this episode down, which is very strange to me. Nothing's going as planned today. But until next time, when everything hopefully goes to plan, ciao, I love ya. Good night. Be friends. Go talk to each other. Make sweet music.